Social media is having a big impact in lots of societies in El Salvador. We've been into a lot of research about this topic, and today we are pretty excited to talk about this topic. We're going to be talking about the impact in El Salvador. But first, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Ever Escobar, and I am from Tejutepeque, Cabañas, and I use social media to watch the news or to watch my friends' experiences. So, now, Miss Linares, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, my name is Adelaida Linares and I'm from Aguachapans and I love the social media like TikTok, Instagram or YouTube and I enjoy watching videos. So in this today I'm going to argue an important topic. Please watch this video and pay attention. This will help you to understand how social media affect you and how to take advantage of things. So my friends going to introduce. So Carlos.
Thank you, Adelaida and Ever.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that social networks have have gradually become an important part of our culture, and that used properly, they can represent an important and useful communication and learning tool. My name is Carlos Garcia. I'm from Metapan, and I'm too glad to be here sharing with you this virtual space talking about this interesting and important topic. So let's start with the first question. That is, what do you know about social media? Do you think social media is improving humans' communication skills? If yes, why? And if not, why not? Well, a social network is, as its name indicates, a communication network through which certain group of people can interact through videos, images, readings, audios, or any other kind of audiovisual tool, with the aim of socializing, getting to know each other, and communicating. And certainly, I believe that social media has changed the way we communicate. I think they have made it faster. For example, I have been able to find some people with whom I have not spoken for a long time, with friends or family, and with whom I have been able to communicate again. On the other hand, social media have had a negative effect on communication with close people, with family or friends who live near with us. I mean, currently in family gatherings or when we are hanging out with friends, you normally see everyone with their cell phones in hands, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I think we are losing the ability to socialize face to face. What do you think about this question?
Well, there are a lot of things that come to my mind when I hear the word social media. Um, people texting videos, pictures, in news, a lot of things, basically entertainment. That's all I see. And, well, I want to say that social media is not improving the communication, They said it was to facilitate the communication between us, but, at the beginning they said it was to bring people closer. But we know the reality. The reality is different, right? So let me put it this way. When we are in the table, we have nothing to talk about because um, we have been sharing what we were doing all day, right? For example, hey, look at this. I bought a pair of shoes. Hey, look at this. Or something happened to you. You just text to your wife, to your family, or to your friends. Hey, look at this. I bought this. And when you're in the table, you have nothing to talk about, right? And in this case, instead of talking, you decide to watch a video to avoid talking, right? Um, The other example it is when we hang out with our friends. There is always a friend who can stop texting, sending messages, right? And there is another friend that it is always asking for the picture, right? Hey, when are we going to take the picture? They say. But I see that the most important thing from this is the picture, not the meeting. The picture is more important than the communication, okay? So that's what I think about this topic. So thank you so much.
I agree with both opinions. It was so interesting, and like the social media are entertainments they use. So I think there's in with the social media we can communicate in different areas such as family, school, or when you want to learn languages like English or Spanish or another's. And I think that the social media has made our life easier. And for example, before it was like to before communicated by letters, it took 1 month to read and receive the message. So now exists WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook to communicate so fast. So we're going to discuss the questions number 2. And it's a, do you believe the social media affects education? If yes, in what way? And if not, why not? What do you think, Evers, about this interesting question?
Thank you so much, Ms. Linares. That's a very interesting question. And absolutely no. I mean, social media, I mean, absolutely yes. Sorry. Social media, it is affecting the students. I mean, it affects the students when they come to focus, because this is a distraction. So in this case, I feel really sad and sorry for students when they have to focus on something important because they work harder to do it and they can do it, and it is not the student's fault. Let me explain to you this. Cell phones and social media were designed to make you addictive. I mean, to catch your attention. But how do they do this? They do it through these three basic components: the light, the sound, and the movement. Okay, so I don't know if you have seen a newborn. Um, the newborns, they activate their attention when they see light or when they hear when they listen something, or even when they see something moving, they activate their attention. And this is happening to us. I know that we are adults, we can be teenagers, we can be grown men, but this is happening to us with higher intensity, a lot of intensity. And that's why, the cell phones or social media keeps our attention in there. And well, I frankly think that social media is destroying our capacity to focus. Um, it's destroying something important: education. Uh, we as students sometimes can't pay attention in the class. We can't read a book because it's difficult for us to concentrate, and sometimes we can focus on the long-term objectives or long-term projects because there is this distractions, right? So thank you so much for this question. And what do you think, Ms. Linares, about this?
Okay, it's an interesting question. Well, like you mentioned that some students for watching Facebook or Instagram watching videos lost their values time in watching in something that cannot benefit in the futures, and they lost their values time. They should be they should read books that help in their lives. So I am very agree with the things that you mentioned, but I think the social media has positive things and negative things because social networks in some cases insulate the student. They not socialize. For example, students who receive online classes They don't have the benefit of sharing time with their classmate and teacher. And I think that it's just my opinion that they are less able to develop this ability importance to speak in public and to develop like a professional. But for the other hand, the social networks help to communicate better at any time, and they have the option of writing to their teacher and clarify doubts through the tools, and they can share idea and have more easy of the knowledge, so they can share something that they want and they know so fast, and they want to speak another languages about the social media. So it is advantage and disadvantage things. That depends how you use the social media and how we learn to how to use the social media. What do you think, Carlos?
Wow, you both are right, guys. I say in this way, I think it's 50 and 50%, because I believe that everything depends in how we use social media, right? I mean, you have any kind of information in your hands just with a click. This is an important contribution of social networks to education.
Okay, so now the question number three it is, do you consider social media affects people's mental health through breach of privacy? Ms. Linares, we're going to start with you.
Okay, and yeah, I consider that there are many ways in which social networks can invade your privacy as user. For example, people should be careful when are commenting or posting something personal because the call hackers and other people can take advantage of them to, for example, install their identifications or a command, for example. But I think that the social networks are the root is the repetitive depression, anxiety, insomnia, and sometimes this lead to committing suicide, anorexia, and cyberbullying. If you observe in news, currently many youngs die for depressions and anxiety. So that's very popular. Actually, it's very popular, but it's like to play with the mental health. Okay, what do you think, Carlos?
Yes, Adelaide, I totally agree with you. And it affects mental health in many ways. For example, with depression, anxiety, as you said, or cause people to form a false image of themselves, making people believe that they are happy when they are not. I mean, we have all wanted at some point to show or better version on social networks. In this occasion, we wanted to like people who don't even care about us. And speaking in scientific terms, it is proven through research and studies that the excessive use of social network affects neurons and the sleep cycle and mental health in general. Talking about privacy, I consider this is a big problem for our society since the vast majority of the population is not properly informed about this risk that may exist when sharing our personal information on networks or even when we accept cookies on a website.
All right. Well, I totally agree with both of you. We need to moderate the use of social media, of course, and basically we are fighting against an unseen enemy. So we can see what is happening on the other side of the screen. And well, I just want to encourage everybody to watch this video and well, or to share it, or even to look for more information about this topic. You need to be conscious about this. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked it. So, guys.
Bye. I hope that you watch this video.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for watching our video
Bye.
and see you soon.
All right. So thank you.